Hi, my name is Cathy. I graduated from American University in 2006. I have a master's degree in statistics. Prior to coming to American University, I had a bachelor's degree and then a first master's. So it means that I just went to other schools. The advantage that I found from American University is the curriculum, yes, the way that things were taught, yes, but the most important thing to me was the relationships that I created, the long-term relationships that I created with professors that I had. And the reason that that was important to me is because in these relationships, what this enabled me to do is, as I developed trying to figure out where I wanted to go as a career, what my interests were, there were people that I could go to bounce ideas off of or to get suggestions from, and that helped me a lot. So my first career was in teaching in a public school system, and then when I had about 5 years left of teaching after I had completed my master's degree. So I decided to finish my teaching, but then I had to start figuring out what did I want to do with my second career, and I definitely wanted to use the master's in statistics. Given that, and knowing that part of my interest has always been equality, it was suggested that what I do is a couple of different volunteer positions. One of them was at StatAid, which looked at human rights issues in developing countries and did research in that area. Another one was through the American Association for the Advancement of Science on-call scientists. In that particular case, I was able to work with a human rights group and really look at their data, and not just look at their data set and give suggestions about how to fix the data set or ways to make it better, but also how their data set showed me what the policy was or what their policies were, and maybe making recommendations for their policy changes. The thing was that once I was able to volunteer, it really started helping to mold what were my interests. So I knew that I had a strong interest in using statistics for the benefit of society. And I just didn't know exactly, well, how was I going to do this and where was my emphasis going to be? Well, knowing that there were people at AU who I worked with who were my professors, the great advantage was that so many of these people had backgrounds not just in statistics, but they had so much information about professional associations and or possible organizations where I could volunteer or I could use my skills to the benefit of society. In the end, the vast majority of my work ended up being with Statistics Without Borders. Statistics Without Borders is an outreach committee of the American Statistical Association. The entire purpose of this committee is to provide statistical benefits, analysis, suggestions of methodology, assistance in a variety of areas to nonprofits and governmental organizations around the world that cannot afford a statistician. Now, most of the projects are small. By small, I mean anywhere from a month to maybe 6 months long. We have had some that are longer, but not significantly longer. The advantage that I have found in working with this organization is, one, it uses my statistical skills. Two, what it's done is it's actually given me a great opportunity to develop skills, leadership skills that I didn't realize that I had, but gave me the opportunity, because I was a volunteer, to expand on these skills and therefore start developing these skills in other people. I am still, let me see, I started with Statistics Without Borders in 2012 or 2013. And I'm still quite involved with it. And I highly, highly recommend that individuals who are searching for skills that they're not getting in their job, or who are trying to figure out where do they want to go in their careers, take the time to volunteer. But in addition to that, take the time when you're at American to get to know your professors, to gather a greater idea from these people and from their experience of where can you volunteer, where can you try out your skills to help you kind of maneuver your career. Your career doesn't have to be a straight line. You don't have to know everything right now at this point. But what's important is actually taking the time to try a variety of things and to decide, is this something that you really enjoy and something you want to pursue? And you might like it today, and 5 years down the road you might want to change your mind. Well, that's fine. But the advantage that you will have at American is developing those long-term relationships for people that you can go back to and just talk to them. That will really help. Thank you so much for all your time. Enjoy the next semester.